Hardest one of all. Number 3 is histoplasmosis. Histoplasmosis is just like tuberculosis, but it's non-productive cough. So I'm going to say that again. Histoplasmosis is just like tuberculosis, but it's a non-productive cough. Now, when it comes to histoplasmosis, there are 2 ways that we end up seeing this infectious disease. One is, and you got to quote me, aviary transmission. Aviary. So that's an I, not an E. A-V-I. Aviary transmission. Aviary transmission means what? How did the patient get this? Birds. That's on your test. Birds. This patient got this shit from birds. So they're either a poultry farmer, or they work in a circus, or maybe a zoo. Who knows? But they got it from birds.
Is that pigeon lung?
No.
Okay.
Although maybe it's called that on the street. I'll have to look it up. Let me see. Maybe that's what, you know how they call alcoholics wet brain because they have Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Let me see. What'd you call it? Pigeon lung? Let's see. I hope it is. I'll learn something. No.
No.
It's pneumonitis.
Okay.
Yeah. So histoplasmosis, I said there were 2 ways to get it. The second way is more ominous. So if Day-Day from down the way show up at your hospital, he ain't got no bird farm. So you have to wonder, well, how did Day-Day from down the way get this? Well, it could be that he doesn't own a bird farm. He doesn't have a zoo. He doesn't have any of this stuff. He's down there on Kinsman, whatever. It could simply be that this person is HIV positive and now they have an opportunistic infection. So let's find out what that means. These opportunistic infections means that when your CD4 drops, you get really weird infections that you've never even heard of. You know some of them. One is histoplasmosis. The number 1 you did hear of, like you have heard of the number 1 opportunistic infection, and that's TB. But the number 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're weird names, like cryptosporidiosis, histoplasmosis, Kaposi sarcoma, pneumogeravecchi pneumonia, pneumocystic carini pneumonia, whatever. Bunch of weird shit, okay? But the bottom line is, if it doesn't appear that this guy is from a zoo, a circus, owning a poultry farm, whatever, and he's just Joe Blow, wherever, from wherever, then it could be that he is actually experiencing, and very many people don't know that they have HIV because it is so subtle. So the deal is, when we get patients, and we do, when we get patients with histoplasmosis, they automatically get an HIV test because it is so tied to being an opportunistic infection. And you guys got to remember, it's rare. Histoplasmosis is not common, it's rare. Now, it's caused by a fungus. It's a fungal infection. Hint, hint, you might need to know that. It's a fungal infection. You might need to know that. The only difference between this one and tuberculosis is the cough is dry and non-productive. They have night sweats, they have weight loss, they have anorexia, they are coughing, they have flu-like symptoms. The only difference is this cough is dry. Okay, All right. Now let's just go slide right up
So
into
no treatment.
yes. Amphotericin B. No vaccine, but yes, treatment. Amphotericin B, and thank you for asking that because amphotericin B is toxic to the kidneys. It is in your medication categories book under antibiotics, so it's there. It is very toxic to the veins, like phlebitis and all that. So it is in your medication categories page under the under the antibiotics. Amphotericin B.
The treatment is very toxic to
Veins.
be like bird. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good way to remember. Now you see, you done came up with some shit. Okay, y'all, you heard that? Amphotericin B for birds. I ain't mad. I gotta find a way. I mean, everybody gotta find a way to teach this now. This shit is hard. So there you go. Amphotericin B for birds, because we don't really treat that much else with it. And it is very caustic to veins. It can tear up your veins. Okay. Now I gotta wait.